We recently sent our camera crew around the country to collect stories from some of the recipients of the patented exclusive Bonati Spine Procedures from world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. Alfred Bonati. They'll tell us about their remarkable recovery, and we'll hear from the medical staff that assist in treating these patients in our Back to Life segment.
My name is Stephen Bremner. I live here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Currently working at the Ooltewah Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I'm also going to school to become a professional welder. When I was going to college, I was working in a bakery and I was lifting a big mixing bowl. And when I lifted it, it was kind of heavy, and I just felt something snap in the middle of my back. And it just turned out I had a bulging disc between T8 and T9. I lived with that for approximately 2 years. I'm 6'4", and everything that's designed is usually for someone that's about 5'7" or 5'10", so everything's very low. So sometimes I'd have to wash dishes on my knees, or just try and get down lower, because everything I have to do on the countertops is just stooping over and leaning over, and that just would put more pressure on my back. And it was just awful. Just walking slowly, and on pain medication, and just very lethargic, and I was just, it's just very, very discouraging, and depressing. It came to the point that I couldn't even lift anything in my hands. I was constantly sleeping because of all the pain medication that I was on. I went to some of the local doctors here in Chattanooga, and basically they told me that I'd never have a normal life. What they would have to do is they'd have to open me up from the front. They would have to remove all my organs and then work on my disc. And they said that would just cause as much pain, and they said you're just going to be on pain medicine for the rest of your life. And then when surgery wasn't an option, the doctor dropped me as a patient, and then I'd have to find another doctor to go to, and basically the same thing. It was just pain management, just being on narcotics all the time. It was affecting my relationship with my wife quite severely. I was on very heavy pain medicine, starting to become very addicted to the pain medicine. I was sleeping all the time. I was moody, just very lethargic, just sleepy all the time. Couldn't really do any physical activity anymore, and I was in the military and like weightlifting, and I just couldn't do any of that anymore. Our pastor went there, and also one of the doctors I was seeing, the family doctor I was seeing, he also went down to the Bonati Institute and told me about it, and we did some research on it, and I sent down my my MRIs, and they said they could help me. And so we just set everything up to go down there. The Bonati Institute was fantastic. Here in Chattanooga, if I had to get my MRIs, I had to drive 15 miles to one place, and then go to my doctor 20 miles away. But at the Bonati Institute, they had everything there. It's like they have these little stations that you go to and say, okay, well, here, just everything's connected. So you just go to this building here, and it's everything's within walking distance. Very professional. Less waiting time than when I'd actually go to the other doctors that I'd have to go to. Everything was by appointment. They had everything there on campus. It was fantastic. The procedure is they explained everything to me. I went in there, and yeah, I was awake, and they put a little monitor, and to me that was cool. I got to actually be awake and see the procedure. It took 45 minutes. I had about an hour recovery, and my wife and I walked out, and we had lunch. After the procedure, they told me that if I had that other procedure where they removed all my organs, they said I was looking at least a 6-month recovery time. And I was able to walk out. I have a full life. I'm active. I'm able to do things. And since I had this procedure done, it was in 2002, I believe. I haven't had to go back to the doctor once for my back. I haven't had to be put on any pain medicine for my back since that time.
It's a tremendous technique, and it works so well. And the patients get up. There's so little recovery time. They are happy. They are pain-free. That's the key, and they get their lives back.
I feel very confident that I'll be able to do this work physically. So here at the church, I'm up on ladders, I'm changing air filters, I'm changing light bulbs, on the roof of my house, working, replace guttering, at my house, just being able to be active. We had some tornadoes that went through our area a few years ago, and being able to get out there with the chainsaw and cut up the trees and move the logs. And over here we have a parsonage, and they cut down a tree. I was out there with an axe, and that's just incredible. I was out there with an axe and being able to move logs. I wasn't able to lift, 15 pounds in my hand. It was just excruciating pain. But now I'm able to lift, heavy logs and, chop wood out there. It's just incredible. As the husband, and be able to do yard work and get on my roof and do things and mow the yard is, things I wasn't able to do before. And that just means the world to me.
People don't come here to be patted on the head or to be given medicine. People come here because they have pain which is truly affecting the quality of their life. Being able to have a positive impact on that pain is very rewarding.
Before I had the procedure, I would have never been able to pick up my kids, and I would have never been able to hold them as, as little babies, and that, that means the world to me, and my little girl just told me, that she didn't want to go to a sleepover because she says, she just misses her, she says, you're so good to me. And because I'm able to play with her, I'm able to do things and interact with my kids. And that just means the world to me. I believe my wife and I probably would have been, she had the right to divorce me, because things were just so bad and I couldn't do anything. But now I have a wife, I have two beautiful kids, and I'm able to play with them. Sarah, she's 7, and Katie, and she's 6, and being able to go out to the park and play with them, and there's still small enough where they need my help, lifting them up, on the monkey bars or something, and just being able to do that just means the world to me. Being able to just come home and horse around with them and play around with them on the floor. It's not something I was able to do before. It's something I just would have never been able to do until I had this procedure. And being able to have my girls on my lap, and to be able to play with them, that, as a father, that just warms my heart. That just really means everything to me with my family. That it was truly, life-changing, and this happened, it's 2014, and we had this procedure in, 2002. And not having to go back to the doctor once because of this procedure. I can't thank the Bonati Institute, the doctors and the nurses and the staff there, because it truly changed my life.
Well, it's amazing to see somebody who is sick and is without hope and has situations where they were already told that nothing can be done, and we can correct that.
All my pain is gone, gone.
Today I am totally pain-free. Nothing. No after effect.
It gave me my life back.
I am feeling great.
I feel 100% better, like a new person.
I'm pain-free, and I have had to take any pain medication.
Today I'm completely pain-free.
I only wish I'd known about it earlier. Right now, I am completely without pain.
During the procedure, I literally felt the pain melt away. It was fantastic.
I feel so good.
It took care of my headaches instantly.
It's incredible. It's really incredible.
Today I am pain-free for the first time in over a year, and it is so awesome.
It's just wonderful.
I feel fantastic.
Sitting here in this office right now, pain-free, eager to enjoy the rest of my life.
It is just absolutely amazing.
Today I feel absolutely fantastic. It's just incredible, the relief I feel right now.
So I'm hoping to be climbing hills in a few weeks.
When I first met him, and he reviewed the MRI, and was, while reviewing the MRI, was saying, you have a problem here that gives you pain. It should have pain here. And it's like, well, exactly. Well, I've had a lot of people ask me about my back, and when I explained to them that I'm virtually pain-free, I have recommended, since my surgery, 3 people to Dr. Bonati. And my comment to them was, it worked for me. You need at least a consult. Get an MRI, get a consult.